Hey guys, it's Miss Carrier. I am going to be leading you through the next activity. This is PowerPoint Module 3, and this is all part of the Imagine Academy. So let's go ahead and get started. This is for the users that are using Chromebook, which is going to be the online application. You do need the All About Apiaries file, and you can find that in our data files. You can click on that and copy that over to your OneDrive, which is what I've done here. And I renamed it with my name. So let's go ahead and get started. The directions are also there in your student guide. I have scrolled down to the bottom and I'm starting here at the beginning of this. This will probably be 2 videos because this is a little bit longer of a project, kind of a cumulative at the end of this unit. So what we're going to do is start out by cropping this photo. You're going to find that some of the things are just a little different in this online app versus the desktop app, but we're going to work our way around it the best we can. So first we're going to click the picture toolbar and we're going to crop this image. It tells us to crop the flowers out. So I'm going to come over and get the cursor right on the edge so that it turns into that kind of a half a plus sign there. I'm going to crop that down and then click the crop tool again. And so now we have a nice cropped beehive. It does tell us to set the size of this to a certain dimension, but we are not able to do that in the online app. So we're quickly going to just simply click and drag that from the corner to resize that image. We also don't have the rulers. So the little task about viewing the rulers and setting that to a perfect spot is also not going to happen because we're just having to change it a little bit here online. All right, so moving on with the next instruction, it says we're going to apply the metal frame to that picture, but then take it back off. So I'll show you quickly how to do that. And we're going to skip this step, that's the sizing step, and move on to aligning the flowers. So to add the metal frame, that's also something on the picture toolbar, and it's actually this frame right here, but it tells us to add it and then take it back off. So we'll undo that step. Isn't that glorious when it tells us to do something, then take it away? But this we're going to leave. So we have 4 flowers. 1, I'm holding shift, select 2, 3, 4. And on your picture toolbar, you have this little icon, which is arrange. And under arrange, you have the ability to align. So you can align all of these flowers evenly at their bottoms. That's pretty cool. And then you can go back in and you can distribute them horizontally across that area. So it's just a slight movement, but what it does is it's equally proportioned from this side of the flower to this side to the opposite side, and they are perfectly distributed in between. So we finished all those steps. Let's move on to this next step, which is going to allow us to insert a rounded rectangle with some text. Now this part is also going to be a little different. We don't have the ability to change the shapes and all that it wants us to do and perfectly size things. So we're just going to kind of make do with what we have on this next slide. First, it tells us to insert a shape that is a rounded rectangle, which is this one, and it automatically pops that in there. I'm just going to pull this over and kind of align it with the other text boxes. All right, and then we can go ahead and double click that, and that will allow us to type the text or Control V that text inside there. Perfect. Now the next step is going to tell us to change these shapes to a hexagon, and we do not have the ability to change the shape once they're already on there. We also cannot size them perfectly to a size, so we'll just leave those and we won't be making a honeycomb, but we will leave those in place as they are. We can go ahead and fill some color in here. So what I'm going to do is highlight all 5. Please make them look uniform and nicely together there. We are going to go in and go back into this shape toolbar, and we have our fill color here, and it tells us to use the gold accent 5 for the fill color, and it also tells us to choose the outline color of gold accent 5 darker 25, and it tells us to choose the weight of the line as 4.5. So we'll go there and do that. And then the last step here is to apply the colored outline gold accent 5 shape style. So we're going to catch up here on the next video, and I'll teach you the rest of this lesson in Module 3 for PowerPoint.